The O'Reilly Factor, the #1 cable news show for 13 years running.
Thanks for staying with us. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and here's a legal segment tonight. The criminal trial in the Trayvon Martin murder case should begin in June down in Florida. That'll be a zoo. As you'll remember, security watch guy George Zimmerman charged with murdering the 17-year-old Martin when the two collided on the grounds of a condo complex outside of Orlando. The family of Trayvon Martin sued that complex and apparently has settled the case for $1 million or more. Joining us now from Los Angeles, Anahita Sedaghatfar, in for Kimberly Guilfoyle tonight. And here in the studio, Elise Wheel, author of the brand new big thriller, A Matter of Trust. Firearm on the cover. You can get in trouble for that. All right, Will, why did this homeowners association settle for this big money?
They made a cost-benefit analysis. They realized that if they went to trial, they could stand to lose multiple millions of dollars. A big, high-profile case, a lot of volatility, different temperament. Here's what that would have happened. They could have lost millions. They would have had to pay attorney's fees, maybe even both sides attorney's fees if they'd lost that big. So really, $1 million was probably a good settlement.
Do you see that the homeowners association had any responsibility for what Zimmerman, because that's the crux of it.
Exactly, right? Maybe, but that's what they didn't want to take. The insurance company didn't want to take a chance.
So the insurance company made the call.
Exactly.
All right, Anahita, do you agree with that?
I agree. I think that clearly this was a business decision made by the HOA. And, Bill, there are a myriad of reasons why civil litigants settle cases without going to trial.
And that's why everybody sues. That's why everybody sues, because there's no downside. If you can get a lawyer to take it on contingency, which means you don't charge unless you win, all right, then everybody sues, which is why the courts are chaotic everywhere, because the insurance companies basically settle going, you know what, we could lose, and it's going to cost us a fortune to defend, so the Trayvon Martin family gets the money. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't get the money. I don't know. But it's my job to point out what is going on.
Right, that's what's going on, though.
All right, the Fox News reporter, why don't you explain that, Will?
Yeah. Jana Winter, she published a report in July, and in that report, in foxnews.com, there she is, in that report, she said that there existed a notebook by Holmes, a notebook that Holmes...
This is the killer in Aurora, Colorado.
Yes, the alleged killer. That there is a notebook that's out there that he had sent to his psychiatrist. All right, so
at the University of Colorado.
Exactly. So now that notebook is in play, because if that notebook comes into evidence, and that has not been decided yet by the judge, if that notebook comes into evidence, that could be going to whether he was criminally, defensive or insane at the time.
So the judge, you didn't explain it very well, Anahita. The judge had a gag order on the case. Slapped a gag order on the case. All right?
Absolutely.
The Fox News internet reporter put in the computer that this diary or letter or whatever it may be by the alleged killer in Aurora, all right, told the psychiatrist that he was going to kill somebody. Judge doesn't want any of that out because it prejudices the case. Wanted Ms. Winter to turn over who gave her that information. She said no, as any good reporter would do. All right? So did the judge do the right thing?
Well, actually, Bill, it wasn't necessarily the judge that's raising this issue. It's actually the defense attorneys. And the defense attorneys are claiming that...
But the judge has the power to make the order, to uphold a gag order, and not the defense attorneys don't matter.
If the judge does the right thing in this case, he will not compel this woman to identify her anonymous sources.
Why is that the right thing?
She's protected by the First Amendment. Bill, she's protected by the First Amendment, and Colorado has a shield law.
What's a shield law in Colorado? What is that?
The shield law in Colorado protects reporters. It provides reporters with a privilege so that they don't have to release their anonymous sources.
They don't have to reveal sources.
That's the catch, Bill. Unfortunately, Colorado's shield law is not absolute. There are loopholes, and there's an exception. And either way, I don't think that those exceptions will be met in this case.
Exactly.
And like I said,
the judge is backing away now, saying that he's not going to put Jana. And Jana's not allowed to talk, by the way.
No, she can't talk.
It was a mini victory today.
I got 30 seconds. Jodi Arias, still going on in Phoenix. All right? Give me when this is going to hit.
It's probably going to hit in a couple of weeks, depending how long the prosecution goes in their serve rebuttal. I don't think they'll go they'll put on many witnesses, because they tried their case, Bill, in about 2 weeks. The defense is what's been taking all the time.
Okay, so the prosecution...
I disagree with that.
I don't have
disagree with
time.
that.
Anahita, unfortunately, I don't have time for the disagreement.
Okay.
But you see it coming pretty quickly. You think it's going to be more drawn out, correct?
I think it will be more drawn out, absolutely.
All right. Maybe next week we'll take a closer look at it. Ladies, thanks very much.